you want to blow up your e-commerce brand, then you know that user-generated content is not something that you should be investing in. It's something that you need to be investing in. Your current customers are continuously scrolling Instagram, scrolling TikTok, scrolling away from regular ads that they're seeing regularly on a daily basis because it's not building trust, it's not building brand image, and it's not handling their objections. And that's exactly what user-generated content does. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to take advantage of user-generated content to start leveraging other creators, building brand trust, and taking your paid acquisition to the next level. As always, guys, my name is Jordan Bazouzi. I'm the CEO and founder at New Reach Media. We're an e-commerce growth partner for 7- and 8-figure brands. We're a full stack team specializing in paid ads, emails, SMS, conversion optimization, and user-generated content. That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So let's jump right on in. So I'm sure you have a brief understanding as to what user-generated content is, but in today's video, we're going to be discussing Performance UGC. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit more strategic, and it tackles objections and actually helps people convert through content, right? This isn't just Susie posting on Instagram and, using a popular and trending sound. That's technically user-generated content, but for most brands, that's not what's going to be the differentiating factor between them posting user-generated content and performance user-generated content to actually scale and see results, especially through paid advertising. To give you guys a brief understanding, sometimes you'll see regular user-generated content where it's just like maybe an unboxing video. They have like a really simple hook. There's like the body of the video, them actually unboxing something, and then they say like shop now at something.com, right? Not really a strong call to action. The difference between that and performance user-generated content is specifically the fact that we're taking people through an educational process around your brand and your product while keeping it entertaining and taking them through this specific framework. Where, as an example, if we're having an unboxing video, like I mentioned, we're taking them through a hook, problem, failed solution, product intro, features and USPs, product demo, benefits, desired result, and then a strong call to action framework to actually improve your click-through rates, reduce your cost per click, and generate you guys a hell of a lot more money into your pocket. And from a customer standpoint, whenever you can take this framework and actually implement it into your creatives, obviously specifically UGC, this allows you to not only build brand image, build brand trust, but handle specific objections and showcase specific USPs with your product. Not only does this build social proof, but it is so much more cost effective than going to a high quality professional photo shoot to get something like this done. So when it comes to planning your actual strategy to creating this performance user generated content, you need to start off by setting your goals. So it's super important to tailor what you're looking for out of your performance user generated content by keeping the end goal in mind. Now, 99% of the time we're looking for conversions in the e-commerce space. And so obviously that's the end goal of this content, but by utilizing this performance framework, that's how you're gonna be able to take this to the next level and break down multiple things within your content. Whether that's gonna be introducing a problem they didn't even know that they had, positioning your product as the solution, showcasing faults in other products on the market, and positioning your brand as the hero, and finishing these things off with a strong call to action is a very simple way to work your way backwards when you're planning these briefs for this content. And obviously, to go ahead and do this, you need to be focusing on the next part, which is completely understanding your customer base. The fact that people are legitimately seeing thousands upon thousands of ads on their phone every single day, you need to be able to stand out and call your audience out, especially through your creatives. And to take it a step further, you need to go inside their mind and understand their likes, their dislikes, their wants, their desires, what objections they might have around your product or in your category. And the perfect place to find this information is in the comment sections of social media. I'm talking reading reviews, Reddit posts, YouTube comments, Instagram comments, TikTok comments. To make this content feel as organic as possible, you need to truly understand your customer. And when you're actually building the briefs for your content creators, having these sort of things in place, like things that you want to say, things you don't want to say, objections you make sure you want to handle, etc., allows you to limit the number of revisions later on when you're actually working with these creators. You need to remember, we don't need to get too nitpicky here, and we're not actually giving these creators word by word, script by script, but you definitely want to highlight the tone, specific branding elements, things you do or don't want to say, as well as making sure that you're starting to collect examples of content that you like and content that you dislike, right? This really helps not only from like a briefing standpoint, but it really helps from the creator standpoint so they can understand, what type of B-roll they need to film, what type of things you like, what type of things you don't like. It's very important to give examples, especially when it comes to performance UGC. And I'm actually going to drop in the description, guys, this is going to be a link to basically what we use as an intake form for content creators. And then that way you can understand what you do or do not want to use for your brand or for your clients. And by the way, to do this, we actually use Jotform, but you can really use, any place that you can utilize, hosting creators info inside of a database. And like I said, we use Jotform. But once you've gone ahead and figured this out, you need to find creators and actually start going ahead and collecting content. So what do we go ahead and do now? Well, first First, like I said, we need people to film this content. So we need to find user-generated content creators, UGC creators. And these are not, like social media influencers, people with 10, 20, 30, 100,000 followers. These are freelance content creators that are oftentimes not posting specifically on their account. That's something you can work out with them specifically. But oftentimes, like I said, these are freelance content creators that we're working with individually to create content specifically for organic content for your brand to post or to repurpose as paid ads. And so generally where we find our content creators is, again, right on social media, right? So Facebook groups, Twitter is a huge one. Obviously TikTok, LinkedIn is massive. And again, you just want to treat this like it's a legitimate job. So we're posting job postings on all of these platforms and, using hashtags, UGC community, UGC for hire, things like this. We're giving them our intake form to go ahead and fill out all of their information. That way it's all automated. And we have a few people on our team on a weekly basis that go through and audit all of these creators. We remove the ones that we don't like, we keep the ones that we do like, and we message them when we want to work with them. Again, guys, in the description below, I will also have a template as to the email message that you can go ahead and send potential creators that you want to work with to align with them and actually build a partnership in terms of creating this type of content. So make sure you go ahead and leave a like. I mean, these are the things that we utilize in our agency and have generated our clients, legitimate hundreds of thousands, if not legitimately millions of dollars. And I'm giving this away to you guys completely for free. Along with that as well, in the description will be links to contract templates, right? Not only email messages to initiate that conversation with creators, but actually making sure that you guys can get all the copyrighted usage and things like that. So I'm not going to break it down in this video. It's very important that you get that done, but I'm going to go ahead and have some templates in the description that you guys can utilize for yourselves. So now you've gone ahead and actually decided, okay, what type of content do we need? You're sort of building that internal job form or that database where you can go ahead and hand off that application to creators so they can apply to work with your brand and you can automate it. Then you've gone ahead and actually started to communicate with creators, right? You're just applying and posting these things in LinkedIn. Again, I'll show you screenshots of posts that we've made that we've legitimately received hundreds of applicants for user-generated content creators. This isn't something, guys, where you want to kind of go ahead and be reaching out one by one. That becomes a very, very slow process. You're going to want to be posting, and I'll show you screenshots of those posts as well, guys, where you can post them on these platforms, Facebook, Twitter, these Instagram groups, or wherever, right? And have people apply in an automated way and have people kind of go through vet the people that you do want. I'll show you how to do that afterwards, but it allows your team to make that nice and seamless. But after that, right now, it's time to go ahead and create actual briefs for your content creators. And so I'm going to pull up the brief document. I actually got this, shout out Dara Denny. We got this from her. We've obviously customized it to an extent, but this is sort of and again, in the description, guys, you'll be able to reach the template to this and kind of go through this individually with me at the same time. But you'll notice, again, we're keeping this very, very templated here. Shooting specifications, be organic, film all content vertically, be yourself. Don't sound like a robot, follow the brief, keep the TikTok vibe as if you're posting this on your own page, great lighting, no background noise, etc. And then here, we're simply stating the brand mission for the client, competitors and links. That way the creator can understand, hey, what brand are we working with? What type of content do we like? What are some other brands? Competitive advantage around this brand and their product, who are the target audiences, brand value, right? We're showing them, again, the template of our UGC and the Performance UGC framework, right? So they can go ahead and see that here. And then we simply just break it down by video 1, video 2, video 3, etc. And we have essentially an outline here. So the type of video and how long, the why, right? So what's the actual goal of this video here? The result, what are we looking for as far as actually, are we getting people to convert? Are we getting people to sign up to an email list? Whatever the case may be. And then we also will have links to example videos that are very, very similar. And then you can see we have that framework, right? So hook ideas, problem, failed solution, product intro, features, USPs, product demo, benefits, desired result, call to action. When we're going through and we're giving these briefs off to the creators, again, this is all bullet pointed. None of this is individual. We might give a bullet point on, hey, shoot this inside of your kitchen, make sure you're showcasing this, have some B-roll there. But we're never ever telling the creators, hey, make sure you are word by word saying this, unless maybe it's the call to action or a specific phrase. Other than that, we are never giving the creators entire sentences and paragraphs inside of this brief for them to go ahead and utilize. So again, in the description, guys, you can go ahead and find the link to this brief template. Hope you guys enjoy that. But then once you've gone ahead and actually handed off the briefs to the creators, you need to start measuring success. And so what does that look like? You want to be able to go ahead and, at the end of the day, track, especially depending on where you're using this content, this, measuring success is going to be very different, right? If you're posting this organically, you're going to be looking at things like views, engagement, shares, interactions, etc. Looking at comments, what are people saying, etc. But if you're using these performance user generated content creatives for your paid advertising, you're going to be looking at things like obviously the return, the click-through rate, the cost per click, and actually reading the ad comments as well, because obviously you're going to be getting these videos in front of thousands and thousands of of people, it's really, really important that you're doing the due diligence to read the ad comments and understand what people are seeing and taking from perspective there as well. And guys, this is something as a growth partner we utilize for legitimately 80 to 90% of our clients performing and utilizing this entire Performance UGC service on a month-by-month basis, right? Acquiring them new creators to work with, vetting them for the brand, briefing, creating the briefs for the actual content creators, working back and forth with them if they have any, if there is any iterations, etc., and getting the final pieces of content edited from our internal team as well. I'll drop a link in the description as well to some of our current content that we've created, as well as a very special UGC offer that we're running right now, where if you're interested in signing up with our team for either Facebook ads or email marketing, we're offering 3 months of user-generated content completely for free. So the link in the description to that page will be there as well, and you can see a ton of our user-generated content examples. And so that's it, guys, right? This is really not a complicated strategy. If you're simply following these steps to create your user-generated content, again, your performance user-generated content, you have all that you need, especially with all the links in the description. There's going to be some further templates in there and actually some mind maps that we didn't even discuss in this video, but it's all worth you guys checking out. There's so much value there. Going to give it away completely for free. Just leave a like and subscribe if you found this valuable. And like I mentioned, if you need help creating this style of content, or you need help with your paid ads, you need help with your email and SMS marketing, whatever the case may be, if you need help growing your e-commerce brand, the links are in the description to work with myself and my team, as well as our free content offer. And if you want to learn how we took an e-commerce brand from $10,000 a month to over $1 million a month, hit the video on the screen or check out the link in the description as well. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.